to a feature in SAP Ariba that is an absolute game changer for team efficiency. But you know what? It often flies right under the radar. It's called the Knowledge Project, and we're going to show you exactly how to turn this thing into a powerful, automated information hub that works for your whole team.
You know the drill, right? We've all been there. You're starting a new sourcing project, and bam, the great document hunt begins. Where's the latest supplier policy? What's the SOP for this specific region again? You're digging through shared drives, firing off emails, just wasting so much time trying to find the basic info you need to even get started.
And this quote from a user really just hits the nail on the head. It sums it up perfectly. See, the goal isn't just to store documents somewhere. It's about getting the right information into the hands of the right people at the exact moment they need it. It's about killing that frustrating gap between having a question and finding the answer.
So, how do we fix this whole mess? Well, say hello to the Knowledge Project. The best way to think of it is like having a smart digital librarian for your entire organization. This isn't just a dusty old shelf for documents. It actually anticipates what your team needs and delivers the exact file they're looking for, sometimes before they even realize they need to ask.
Okay, so here's the official definition from SAP Ariba. A knowledge project is specifically designed to hold that general, reusable info. You know, company processes, policies, best practices, the stuff that needs to be accessible across tons of different projects. The key thing here is that it's a central library, but one with a very specific automated job to do.
To put it really simply, you build this library just once, and the system acts as that tireless librarian for you forever. It automates the delivery of information, and that doesn't just save time, it also cuts down on risk by making sure your team is always working with the most up-to-date, most compliant resources. Now, this isn't just some glorified folder structure. No way. The real magic is in its smart matching capability. SAP Ariba uses this really clever two-step filtering process to make sure the information it shows you is hyper-relevant to what you're doing right now. So let's break that down. This slide makes it super easy to understand. Think of it as two big questions. Let's imagine your team is sourcing new laptops in Germany for the IT department. The first filter, at the project level, basically asks, hey, do we even have a library that talks about this type of project? And this first filter looks at three things. For our laptop project, the system scans for a knowledge project that's been tagged with, say, IT hardware is the commodity, Germany or EMEA is the region, and IT is the department. If it finds a match, boom, we've passed level 1. The library is relevant.
But now for the second, smarter filter. Once it knows the library is a match, Ariba drills down even further. So let's say our laptop project is now in the supplier selection phase. The system looks inside that IT hardware library for any documents that have the keyword supplier selection. And just like that, it pulls up your preferred IT vendor list or your security compliance checklist. That's how it gets so specific.
Okay, so you can see how powerful this is, right? Now you're probably asking, all right, this is great, but how do I actually set one up? Well, the great news is it's incredibly easy. Let's just walk through the simple 3-step process to get your very first knowledge project up and running.
And here are the steps, and I promise it's just as simple as it looks on the screen. From your main dashboard, you just navigate to Create, then Knowledge Project. Then you define those key matching fields we just talked about, the commodity, regions, and departments. Finally, you click Create. That's literally it. The framework is now built, ready for you to start adding your documents and keywords.
You know, this might be the best part. Once you've set this up, your users don't need any special permissions, they don't need extra training, the information just starts appearing for them. You've completely removed the access barrier, which means new hires get up to speed way faster, and you start building a real institutional memory that doesn't just live in one person's inbox. So, what does this actually look like for your end users? You know, the buyers and project managers on your team who are in the system every day. Let's take a look at the payoff and see how this information just seamlessly pops into their daily workflow.
So, inside their regular projects, a new area called Related Knowledge will now show up. The links here are generated dynamically. That's a fancy way of saying they change based on what the user is doing. If they move to the negotiation phase of their project, negotiation-related documents will automatically pop up. And, crucially, the system is smart enough to rank everything, putting the most important documents right at the top.
Here's a perfect example of that relevance ranking in action. Let's say a project is happening in China. Well, any knowledge documents that you've tagged specifically for China will appear first. Then, below that, you might see documents tagged more broadly for the APAC region. And below that, general global info.
It's a natural hierarchy of relevance. Now, the system is designed to be helpful, not overwhelming. So in that related knowledge area, it keeps the interface really clean by only showing a maximum of 4 matching knowledge projects at any one time.
And then, within those projects, it presents a curated list of up to 6 of the most relevant documents. If there are more available, a simple Search Knowledge link appears, so users can dig deeper if they want to. It's all about precision, not noise.
So, when you put it all together, what does this add up to? The key takeaway is simple, but it is so powerful. This is about way more than just saving a few minutes here and there. It's about ensuring compliance, it's about getting new team members up and running faster, and it's about building a scalable knowledge base that doesn't walk out the door when an expert leaves. You're basically future-proofing your team's expertise.
And that brings us to the end. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What is the one process, the one set of frequently asked questions, or the one pile of documents in your organization that you could organize into a knowledge project today and make an immediate difference?
Ever feel like you're drowning in project documents? Well, today,